you know almost 22% of engine failures are caused by skipping or messing up a simple oil change? And here's the kicker. More than half of drivers either skip their oil changes or do them wrong. That's not just a fun fact. It's a serious warning. Your engine relies on clean, high-quality oil to lubricate, cool, and protect its internal components. When something as routine as an oil change is done incorrectly, you're not just shortening your oil's lifespan. You're directly risking your engine's health, performance, and longevity. So let's break down the most common oil change mistakes and how you can avoid them like a pro. Stay with me to the end because I'll also share a simple upgrade that traps engine-damaging debris before it can cause harm. A trick even some experienced mechanics don't use. Mistake number 1. Leaving the old filter gasket in place. When you remove the old oil filter, the rubber O-ring gasket should come off with it, but sometimes it sticks to the engine block. If you don't notice and install a new filter on top, you'll end up with 2 gaskets, creating a poor seal. This can result in oil spraying out under pressure while you drive, leading to rapid oil loss. Even a brief drop in oil pressure can cause your engine bearings or valve train components to suffer serious damage. Always inspect the filter housing surface to ensure the old gasket was removed. Mistake number 2. Not removing the oil filler cap before draining. If you remove the oil drain plug without opening the oil filler cap on top of the engine, a vacuum can form inside the crankcase. This restricts airflow and causes the oil to glug out slowly, leaving behind sludge and debris. In some engines, it can trap up to half a quart of old oil. Pro tip: crack open the oil filler cap before you touch the drain bolt. It equalizes pressure and helps push out more old oil, giving you a cleaner flush. Mistake number 3. Draining cold oil thickens when cold, especially in colder climates or during winter, making it less fluid. Cold oil sticks to internal surfaces and doesn't flow freely from the crankcase. Draining it cold leaves more residue and more contaminants behind. What to do? Idle your engine for 5 to 10 minutes beforehand. Warm oil flows faster, carries dirt particles with it, and ensures your fresh oil isn't being contaminated from the get-go. Mistake number 4. Overfilling with oil. More oil doesn't mean better protection. In fact, it often leads to problems. Overfilling can cause the crankshaft to whip the oil into foam. Aeration, reducing its lubricating ability. It can also increase oil pressure beyond safe levels, which may damage seals and gaskets or cause oil to leak into the intake system. Tip: always add oil slowly and recheck the dipstick frequently. If you're unsure, err on the side of underfilling. It's safer to top off than to overdo it. Mistake number 5. Not rechecking the oil level. After running the engine, once you've added oil and started the engine, the oil circulates through the system, especially into the filter. This causes the level in the oil pan to drop slightly. If you don't check it again afterward, your car might actually be running a little low. Solution: after running the engine for a couple of minutes, turn it off, wait 3 to 5 minutes, and check the dipstick again. Add more oil if necessary until you hit the proper level. Mistake number 6. Not following the correct oil change interval. Relying on a fixed mileage, like every 5,000 miles, without considering your driving habits can lead to either unnecessary oil changes or overdue ones. City driving, towing, short trips. Under 5 miles, frequent idling. All these are severe service conditions that break down oil faster. Pro tip: check your owner's manual. It often includes 2 schedules, one for normal and one for severe driving. Most people actually fall under the severe category without realizing it. Mistake number 7. Not pre-filling the oil filter. Most people just screw on the new filter straight from the box. But did you know a typical oil filter can hold 1/2 to 1 quart of oil? Starting your engine with a dry filter causes it to run unlubricated for a few seconds, a period where 70–90% of engine wear happens. What to do? Pour clean oil into the filter before installing it if it mounts vertically. If the filter is at an angle, Fill it partially and rotate while installing to minimize spills. Mistake number 8, skipping the gasket lube. A dry rubber O-ring on your oil filter can bunch up or tear as it's screwed on, leading to leaks. Over time, this can cause low oil pressure and even oil starvation. Fix: before installing the filter, dip your finger in new oil and coat the rubber gasket. It ensures a smooth seal and makes future removal easier. Mistake number 9, over-tightening the drain bolt. Many people crank the drain plug thinking tighter eox better, but that can strip the threads in your oil pan, especially if it's aluminum, or even crack it, which could cost over $1,000 to fix. Best practice: tighten by hand until snug, then use a torque wrench to finish. Most drain bolts require 20 to 30 fatty lbs of torque. Check your service manual for the exact spec. Mistake number 10, over-tightening the oil filter. Oil filters aren't lug nuts. You don't need brute force. Too much torque on the filter can crush the gasket or deform the housing, leading to leaks and future headaches. Correct method: tighten by hand until the gasket contacts the surface, then turn it another 3-4 turn. No wrench required unless otherwise specified. Mistake number 11, reusing the old oil filter. Even if your oil looks clean, your filter isn't. It's filled with microscopic debris and sludge that can contaminate your new oil immediately. Always change the oil filter with every oil change. It's a low-cost part that plays a high-stakes role. Mistake number 12, checking oil level on uneven ground. If your car is tilted even slightly, gravity distorts the oil reading. You could think the oil is low and overfill, or think it's full and drive with too little. Check your oil only when parked on a flat, level surface. Also, make sure the engine is cool and has been off for at least 5 minutes for a proper reading. Mistake number 13, using a low-quality or incompatible oil filter. Not all filters are created equal. Cheap filters may use paper elements that collapse under pressure or fail to trap fine particles. Some may even lack anti-drainback valves. Use high-quality filters from trusted brands like Bosch, Wix, MAN, or OEM equivalents. Always check compatibility with your specific make and model. Mistake number 14, using the wrong type or viscosity of oil. Using the wrong oil, like a 10W40 in an engine that calls for W20, can severely impact performance. It may increase internal friction, reduce fuel economy, and cause premature wear. Check your oil cap or owner's manual for the correct grade and specifications, like API-SN, ILSAC, GF6, etc. Using synthetic when required is also essential. Bonus tip: install a magnetic drain plug. This simple upgrade replaces your standard drain bolt with a version that has a magnet embedded in the tip. As oil flows through the crankcase, tiny metal particles from engine wear get picked up by the magnet, preventing them from circulating through your oil system. Result: cleaner oil, less abrasive wear, and longer engine life. It's cheap, easy to install, and offers real long-term protection. By avoiding these mistakes and following these best practices, you're not just doing an oil change. You're performing preventive maintenance that can save you thousands over the life of your vehicle. If this helped, be sure to subscribe for more deep dive car care tips. And don't miss the next video. We're uncovering essential maintenance secrets. Mechanics definitely don't want you to know.